Can you come forward, please, to just welcome us? Let's give her a round of applause. Is she in the house? Thank you. Let's keep clapping for her, please. She's come all the way from the United States of America, hosting Texas to grace this occasion. So a lot of people have traveled far and wide to get it. Let's keep giving her a round of applause. You are welcome. Okay.
Thank you so much for coming. I, I, Lady Rose Francis, Yola, highly felicitate with the leadership and entire members of the Federal College of Education, Yola, Adamawa State, Alumni Association Worldwide on the education of our union convention and the launch of our dialogue on the city to aid the improvement of facilities and infrastructures in our alma mater, which we strongly believe the government alone cannot show that without the support of other stakeholders like our great association members who had passed through this great school decades ago. We are indeed very proud of our alma mater, which has lived up to the aims and objectives of the founding fathers as graduates of the school, have consistently proved to excel in character and learning as witnessed in the positions we hold in the various chosen professions in Nigeria and in the diaspora. We have so many professions gathered together here. As you can see, my distinguished high table and people on the floor. It's like everyone that passes through Yola is well achieved in one way or another. We are very proud of you. Our reunion is a classic expression of our profuse and profound gratitude to Jehovah God for his benevolence and faithfulness in keeping us and making us reunite since we graduated decades ago from this great institution, Federal College of Education, Yola, Adamawa State. Let's roll out our drums and sound the trumpets and shake the timbrels and celebrate this great occasion. I pray, Jehovah God, to continue to bless the Alumni Association members in all their endeavors. I wish you all divine wisdom and guidance during this convention and beyond. Wishing you all journey mercies back to your various destinations after the event. May Jehovah God continue to prosper us all. Amen. Thank you for coming.
Round of applause for the chairperson of the convention planning committee, please. I do have copies of today's program. Please, if you don't have a copy, you need one. The copy is here. Thank you very much. Do we all have copies of the high table? Okay, it's also the black table. Brilliant. Draw the attention to it. We'll be launching that very soon, so you don't have copies until you have in the program. Okay. I just want to also highlight the fact that these seats are not reserved for anyone. So if you want to move forward a bit, please feel free. Maybe this one for these ones, please feel free to occupy the spaces. So, FC Yola, yesterday we had a program, and during that program, most of us were seeing each other for the first time. we actually had a case of two individuals who've not seen each other for 38, 39 years. So occasions like this are a milestone, and a lot of work has gone into it to make sure that it's a success. One thing I hope maybe someone will be able to tell me before the end of today is, and a lot of people use that word, and it's still a mystery to me. They say there's something about Yola. And those of us who go to Federal College of Education will understand what I'm saying. There is something about Yola. What it is, I don't know, but there is something about Yola. You know, like most of our friends were growing up, and when you're going to school, your parents will say, remember the son or daughter of who you are. And you start wondering, what does that mean? I know you, mom. I know you, dad. But there's some depth inside that statement. In the same way, there was something about Yola. And for those of you who have not been to Yola before, I don't think you can understand what I'm talking about. It's very far. It's like going somewhere and you think, oh my God, I'm actually in Nigeria. But they are wonderful people, and we thank God that we have the privilege to go to that institution. Um, there is not a body without a head, so in the same way at Federal College of Education alumni, we do have a, a board of trustee that on advisory level actually monitor what we're doing. And at the ends of affairs, there we do have the president and the chairman of board of trustee in person of Dadudu and Dario. So he's going to welcome us. So let's give him a round of applause, please. As it also.
I conclude with linking.
If you want
Ẹ share pẹ̀lú wọn, ẹ share sórí platform yìí, share pẹ̀lú rẹ̀.
His Royal Highness, His Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Olaleye, the Oluborapa of Iborampala in Ondo State. The challenger of this occasion, Professor Mrs. Ketepa George, ably represented by Mrs. Victoria Tajuokai, our able Professor A.O.K. Noah of the Faculty of Education, Lagos State University, Professor Oladele Gazal of Clark State University and the United States, Chief Dr. Babatunde Olufemi Apata, ably represented by his wife, Alan, she's still on her way, and then a member of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Gule, you're all welcome. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the alumni of Federal College of Education, Yola, Adama State. How are you doing? Good morning. I'm indeed delighted to be charged with the responsibility of delivering the opening speech of this August occasion. As the BOT chairman, I want to salute all that have labored most sincerely to make this occasion a reality. Some of us here will recall with great nostalgia how we found ourselves clustered in a miniature Nigerian setting. The great Federal College of Education, Yola, Adamawa State, Nigeria. The alma mater reunited us, and with today's recollection of the past and thousands of feelings poured into our hearts. Today, in this reunion season, the alumnus and alumni of the great college are gathered to celebrate the friendship, love, and memories of the past. At this juncture, I would like to extend my sincere greetings And best wishes to all Alumni Association members. I want to express three modes sincerely. The first is very moving. Infuriated with the same feelings that nothing has washed the friendship formed by the classmates that we saw yesterday in the fellowship that was rekindled during our introductory session. Every one of us had lots of things going and busy at our various endeavors. Despite all this, in order to participate in this gathering, all that can be put down have been put down, and all that can come are coming. We have not forgotten each other, and we have shown concern towards one another. The deep friendship amongst us is very touching. The second is very happy. For some of us, 41 years ago, we all had a dream of the youth and bidding farewell to our alma mater. 41 years later, everyone grows from the nestlings to have just left the nest to the eagle of the blue sky. We carry the future of the alma mater and the success of the wealth of the individual, and the wealth of the alma mater and the wealth of the society. And the third is gratifying. Now the big classroom of the society has trained everyone to be a stronger and a more mature person. In our respective jobs, we have become the mainstay to carry on the talents, to show our talents and to contribute to society and to make the alma mater feel gratified. Today is historic. It's a historic event for us all. Let's use this opportunity to have good chats together, have fun, talk about our past, present, and future, talk about work, career, and family, and believe in classmates. The relationship between us will be deeper and the meaning will be heavier. Dear alumni, now we have political dignitaries, business moguls, academicians. Your wisdom and sweat have become the honor of the alma mater. Let's continue to share this bond of friendship and love. Please always remember this. We all take different paths in life, but no matter where we go, we have a little of each other in everywhere. You forget how much you miss your classmates until you see them again. These are quotes. But every memory of friendship shared, even for the short time, is a treasure. Sun shines and warmth in our lives, like a breeze on the humid day, like a shower of rain refreshes the earth. When we recall the past, we usually find that it is the simplest things, not the greatest occasion, that in retrospect gives the greatest glow of happiness. We do not remember days, we only remember moments. Finally, I sincerely hope that we will make the best out of the convention to rekindle our hope in the greater Nigerian project where justice and peace shall reign. Let's remember, together we can make FC Yola our project. Welcome and God bless.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for our chairman of the Board of Trustees, Federal College of Education, Yola. That was straight from the heart. We really appreciate that and very meaningful. We celebrate you and thank you for such a wonderful delivery. I recall fondly listening to a video clip on social media very recently. And it was quite touching because Oftentimes, when we have that valedictory service or we have the convocation, we wave goodbye to our friends. Some we probably come from the same state or even from the same street. And you see each other on a daily basis and we don't value each other because we see each other very regularly. But there are some of us who are still searching for people that they went to school with and they've not seen them since then. There are different categories of people who are desperate to join an alumni. Some people think maybe, oh, I would love to see my friends because I'm doing very well now. There's category of people who think, oh, I think I've made a little bit of money now. I want my friends to know how I'm doing. And I want to ask them too how they're doing. There are also who shy away from joining alumni because they think, I don't think life has been good to me. I don't think I've done so well. I think the most important group is the third group of individuals who, when they see people that they went to school with, they are mindful of the fact that when we left Federal College of Education, Yola, some people never had the chance to further their education. Some people are still going to further their education later in life. There are also a set of people who have been very, very lucky. They furthered their education and they've done well. And more importantly, there are these set of individuals who respect the fact that when we see each other, let us just thank God who has spared our lives to see each other. And that's all that matters. Do you agree with me? It's not about what you've done, it's not about anything. And if you've not done so much, don't feel bad about anything. The most important thing is that you are still alive to see this occasion. And we pray that we'll see many more of these conventions by God's grace. The next item is we're going to have the Ayo dancers. Do we have the Ayo group here? Are they here? Let's give them a round of applause. I like it when people have time. Ayo is a special kind of dance in Lagos State and very popular. It's an expression of tradition and diversity in this country. So it's something that we also want to celebrate. So we would like to invite the Ayo dancers. Are we all here? Or are you riding solo? Okay. You want to remove this. You see, this is a serious case. We are removing the front end. Do you need assistance? Can I assist you to do this? Okay. Right. As you can see, there's enough space, and I want encourage people to get involved. But before we start, we want to make sense of what we're doing. So these are drums. They all look the same, but they sound the same? Absolutely. So and your dance, welcome you. I want us to encourage them as the entertainers.
Bayo.
Let's give them a round of applause.
One will follow.
Let's,
We'll dance. Bayo will dance.
let's give them a round of applause, please. The Festival of Eyo is an integral part of the Yoruba tradition, and not and it's extended past the Yoruba tradition to become a Nigerian tradition because Lagos is a city of diversity. The first procession of Eyo was carried out officially in Lagos on the 20th of February in 1854 during the days of Oba Akintoye. So it's a tradition that has been part of us for long. And in those days, when a king climbs the highest tree, that is to say, when he dies, um, they often escort him to heaven with annual celebration. So it's a very significant part. I know it sounds funny sometimes, thank God for civilization, isn't it? But these are the beliefs that we had, and it's an integral part of tourism in Lagos. As a matter of fact, Eyo is one of the most lucrative tourist ventures in Lagos State. So we want to thank you for coming. We celebrate you. Thank you because you are part of this great program. Um, the traditional color of Eyo is white, and sometimes it's known as Adamu Orisha. Adamu Orisha. Our fathers in the house who are telling me how that's pronounced. Yes. Um, I'm not lost in Jesus' name. But we do evolve. So we thank you for such a splendid display there. And we're going to move ahead. We're still waiting on the Honorable Minister of Education's representative, who should be with us very soon. But we're going to move on to item number 9, which is keynote address by convention chairman. Do we have people who still don't have copies? We still have more copies here. Thank you very much. So I'm going to call on I'm going to call upon the representative of the convention chairperson, Professor Kaletwa Peralta, in person of Lady Vicky Adokaya. Let's give a round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Another one of our own. We're going to get we'll get the podium back.
Well, distinguished President and representatives, before I present the pleasure speech, let me start with a lighter note. I wrote to MC Yola's Victoria Chapel. After some years, I got married and became Mrs. Ogogo to somebody from Ogun State. Unfortunately, we are no longer together, but I was surprised you still call me Mrs. Victoria Chapel. Are you saying that I'm too old to get married? How are you trying to spoil things for me? So I'm my father's daughter. For those who say they don't want me again, so I'm on my own. Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Education, Amechi Bademo Adam, no, his representative is here together. Professor Yola is also not present with us. The guest speaker, Professor A.O.K. Yola. His Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Olale, Professor Oladele Beza, Professor Pamela Cyril Ekware, distinguished Board of Trustee members, distinguished invited guests, distinguished alumni association members, distinguished gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all tell you the professor is actually very, very sorry for our inability to make it to this occasion. She's so much cherished to be here. Unfortunately, we know how things are with us in this country. There are certain things that we have to do personally, and at the end of her speech, you get to know why she's not present with us. So please forgive her for that. And to her speech, she says, I feel highly delighted to stand before you all on this great day to deliver the keynote address of the first ever reunion and convention of the Wave Making Alumni Association of our dear alma mater, the great Federal College of Education, Yola, Adamawa State. I am particularly grateful to God that we are all witnesses to this epoch-making event on this beautiful morning in this magnificent hall. This is indeed a happy moment for me to be considered worthy as an alumnus of this great institution, which had the establishment in 1975 produced many graduates who today are holding top positions in their various chosen professional callings here in Nigeria and in the diaspora to deliver this. Truth be said, when I was contacted, I had salivated in the exciting potential of reuniting with my old friends, classmates, roommates, and colleagues with whom I interacted 25 years ago when I graduated from the Department of Agricultural Science Education. Fellow eminent members of our alumni family, you all will agree with me that our alma mater allowed us close interaction and interrelationships. It was a day a multicultural potpourri of Nigerians from all parts of the Federation. It was a veritable ground for national unity and cohesion. The founding fathers of the institution never made any mistake in establishing such a place where the different ethnic groups will converge and interact to build one nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity, as, as stated in the first stanza of our national anthem. I'm extremely glad that today the long lost schoolmates, roommates, young men and women, after many decades, are resurfacing as vice chancellors, professors, doctors, lecturers, teachers, ministers, diplomats, technocrats, civil servants, educationists, captains of industry, school proprietors, entrepreneurs, journalists, politicians, top military and paramilitary officers, administrators, retirees, etc. We give glory to God for keeping us safe to reconnect many years after graduation. Thanks also to technology, the modern unifier. Indeed, I commend the institutions of this association, the initiators, I beg your pardon, of this association for bringing us all together. I salute the brains behind the formation of this association, which will help us exchange perspectives, bind us together for us to explore opportunities in order to move forward in the spheres of life. happy the association is fulfilling its mandate in
Normally, you know,
advocating for the regular financial support for members who are in dire need. We are indeed reenacting the age-old tradition to be being our brothers' keepers. Permit me and to add, and our sisters' keepers. Maybe so. That's what she asked, so, and that, believe me, is the way to go. Distinguished guests, members of the Alumni Association, ladies and gentlemen, it will not be an understatement to declare that the biggest challenge to the education sector is funding and expansion of infrastructure and facilities. For sure, we all are aware that the government cannot do it all alone without the support of all of us in the society. I therefore wish to challenge members of the Youth Alumni Association to assist the college with the provision of classrooms, lecture halls, offices, and hostel accommodation in order to improve the quality of education in our alma mater. We can do more for our alma mater. The college indeed formed the foundation upon which our careers are built. We had outstanding teachers who were not only outstanding in knowledge and character, but dutiful and generous with their time, and were more determined to bring out the best out of us. And here we are today. Members of the association may decide to donate academic materials such as journals and monographs to their former departments. We can also give the ICT Center and information technology devices, etc. I urge alumni in the academia to leverage on the opportunity provided by the association to expand the frontiers of exchange of knowledge and education. I want to conclude by appealing that we need to remove the ceiling on membership of the association. We should bring in others of our graduates who are not yet in. It's not said that it's not said that the more the merrier, very apt. Surely we will need an alumni association house on the campus in Yola, the place that will serve as office and guest house that will also generate money for funding association activities. I hope the association will interface with the college's management on this. I also wish to suggest that the association should launch an endowment fund to be able to carry out its mandates. In conclusion, I want to advise the leadership of the association to consider hosting the next convention in Yola, a sort of going back to the roots. I wish to add that the government of Adamawa State, under the leadership of His Excellency Alhaji Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri, will be glad to receive the leadership of your association in the government house in Tibet, Yola, the state capital, during the next convention. As a parting shot, I wish to appeal to you all to pray for the electoral victory of His Excellency in next year's gubernatorial election in the state. I'm sure we are all aware that His Excellency Alhaji Ahmad Umar Fintiri early this month, Alhaji Umar Fintiri early this month had graciously nominated yours sincerely as his deputy governor in the 2023 gubernatorial election. We provide your prayers and support. We are all in with it. So for those who don't know, Professor Kalita Farong Lodge is Governor Fintiri's deputy governor for next year's election. She is our member, so we have to put her in prayers and give her all the necessary support. And formally, she will be presented to the public on Monday. That's the one reason why she did not make it to this occasion. I sincerely thank you for listening, and I wish you all have all the best of fun throughout the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we really appreciate that. A round of applause for one more time. Thank you very much. Um, there were some brilliant suggestions that came out of that. So we're going to appeal to you if we can have a copy, please, so that we can keep it for our record. If we have a copy of that, we have some brilliant. Okay, brilliant, because we have some important information coming out of there. I just want to highlight one of them that we've been deliberating on, and this is the question of removing the ceiling. The alumni is not comprehensive at the moment. We only have the capacity to have members from 1975 in the beginning up to 1991 for logistic reasons at the moment, because the administrators of Federal College of Education Yola are volunteers. We have about 13 administrators who are actually running everything. And one of the things we will be doing after our convention is to revisit that item whereby we'll be able to extend the membership to everyone. I think the logic behind it was disparity in terms of age, in terms of needs and stuff like that. But obviously, we acknowledge the fact that we're not going to live forever, and we need to hand over the baton to someone else. So it's quite important that we do that. Okay, we're not too bad on time. We're going to go to one of the things that is quite an integral part of today's program, which is the art exhibition. So I'll be calling on Professor Pamela Ware, who's going to explain to us what this exhibition is all about, what we want to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, can we welcome Professor Pamela, please? A round of applause.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Members of the high table, professors, senior lecturers among us, members of the alumni, BOTs here, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me joy to stand before all of you here to present what I know how to do best. In Yola, I did not choose Yola as one of my choices when I was taking the common entrance, yes. I took Otangura, Katsina, and Anshin. There was no fine art in Yola on the list. But 12 of us were admitted to take fine arts, to start the department of fine arts. So 10 of us reported. I was the only female among the boys. While we were there, I came across my father's student, Dr. Mora, who did his first degree in the University of Nigeria in Nsukka and went further to do his master's and PhD at Iowa University in the US. And Mr. Penka, an Indian. So we were a department of 2 lecturers and 10 students. Then we had 2 models, the male and the female. I'm proud to introduce Pastor Giwa here, who was my classmate, Sam too. We had 3 Samuels. So Mr. Penka, the Indian teacher, had a way of numbering them because he could not pronounce the surnames. So he had Psalm 1, Psalm 2, and Psalm 3. So we nicknamed them so as such. And at that time, we were like a family. We tried as much as possible to assist each other in one way or the other. Those who were gifted and those who were partially gifted and those who were managing to survive in the arts. But we were lucky that these lecturers who were foreign breeds were patient enough to teach us, and so we were able to excel. I'll tell you that that was actually apart from my secondary school experience and experience from my father, that was a basic point for me to start a career in art. And at that point, we used to specialize in our final year. I specialized in painting and textile design. And today, I'm a professor of textiles and fashion design in the University of Port Harcourt. So, history has a way of reminding you of what happened before, what is happening now, and a projection of what would happen in future. When we started this plan for the convention, I said, how can I be there and there will be no exhibition? There was a Department of Fine and Applied Arts in Yola. And as a pioneer, I started asking my colleagues, how far? No exhibition? They just tell me, I'm no longer practicing. I said, you mean you're not practicing art? Do you kind of patronize art if that's the case? You have to patronize art to grow it. It's an entrepreneurial cause. We are on strike now, but no work, no pay. But with this art, people have been ordering for works and have been producing. So you can see that for as long as the strike will live, some of us who are in the art will still survive. So today, I'm happy to produce works from my own studio, Permit Studio and Gallery, properly registered with Corporate Affairs Commission. And I train students there, skills acquisition. I also have students who come from places like Unilag for IT, industrial training, Unilag, Crutech, um, Delta State University, University of Port Harcourt, of course, Ignatius Ajuru University. I'm just mentioning a few that send their students for industrial training in my studio in Port Harcourt. It's not a very big place, but we produce big things. And so, whatever you are seeing here is a product of PAMEC Gallery, PAMEC Studio and Gallery, actually. And I tagged it revamping bonds in diversity. And what does that stand for? If you ask me, you already know the meaning of revamping bonds in diversity. We all came from different backgrounds to Yola. At that time, we didn't know each other. But we became friends. Along the line, we all separated looking for greener pastures. Even though I met with Aikuku at Okene, where he has history about. But after that time, we still scattered again. I also met with, how did I meet with Comfort? Yamse, after all those years. I had a solo exhibition during the handing over ceremony of my king in brass. And the king, Ebitimi Banigo, married a Cross Riverian. Her brother was so excited with the exhibition, he refused to leave that stand. And he asked me, did you grow up at home? I said no. He said, oh, no wonder why you could do all this. I said, no, I'm training some people here already. So they will also take over from me. The young must grow. So I now asked him, I said, you are from Calabar? He said, Prince. He said, yes, because he was wearing a cap that represents the princess, royalty. And I told him, I used to have a friend in Yola. She lives at number 57 Eglinton Street in Calabar. And her name is Comfort Nyamse. He said, "Ah, that's my friend." I said, "Really?" And I gave him a catalog with my phone number, my email address, and everything. I said, "Please give this to her. She'll be excited." And from then on, we started communicating again. And Comfort visited me last year in Port Harcourt. And when my younger brother saw her, he said, "Look, this is not a friend, she's your sister." I said, "Yes, we are sisters." She used to act senior sister when we were in Yola. So that is by the way. But in any case, the bonds I'm talking about is represented here with this. It's actually a bridge. I made a bridge there with the white and then the orange crossing it. That's the bridge. That's the meeting point of all of us. The zigzag lines show the movement of each other, of each of us, moving from success to all kinds of things, ups and downs of our movement academically, socially, and so on. And we have met again today at that point where you have the orange and the white crossing. And I tell you a story about this orange and white. When Pastor Ekong sent the picture to me, I mean the wrapper to me, I said, "Wow, I'm in the spirit." I walked with orange, white, and purple. And today we are wearing orange, white, and green. So you can see that my mind, my own soul was engulfed in this convention. And this is what I've done. And I had to stick the logo on the back. I left the space for the logo to stand for our association. And there are some earrings here for the ladies, and all of them stand for the bond. We are bonded by this uniform. And when you wear that, like I'm wearing, we become more bonded in diversity. We are in different professions, but we are now bonded in this association. We didn't recognize each other after several years, but now we have come to see each other. These lots are all for sale. You can see the fishing pots there. I tagged it Borikiri, which means fish, fishing pot, where the Bayelsa, the Rivers people, the Lagos people go 2-3 weeks. They dry their fish and come and sell. I have the your masquerade dancers there, and they performed here today. I said I was going to Lagos, let me produce your masquerade. And your masquerade dancers came today. So I'm not a prophetess, but somehow I'm in the spirit. I have the dancers representing celebration. The musical man representing celebration. You have little purses here, you have earrings, you have key holders, and we have t-shirts. I have buku, the short one, the long one for the ladies. Prices are very, very reasonable. Just come and pick something. Even if you don't want to pick anything, at least pick something of 500 naira. And you will remember this bond for life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Pamela. As you can see, the exhibition, the artwork of Professor Pamela, they're quite beautiful, aren't they? But the breaking news, Ma, is that they're not as beautiful as you. Alright, so we thank God for what you've been able to do. Um, we're gonna have a short time whereby I want us to actually patronize the art exhibition. So we're gonna have about 5 minutes whereby people have I can see a lot of paparazzis. People want to take photographs in the house. And also use that 5 minutes to interact with ourselves. And I encourage people to please visit the exhibition stands And we celebrate you, Professor. Thank you very much for putting this together. A lot of hard work must have gone into it. One more time, let's go around the applause. Thank you. For 5 minutes, let's just relax and interact with ourselves. Thank you. Right, let me seize this opportunity.
Ó ti off, ó ti off.